Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. Coaches like to say no game is more important than any other. But when you have a couple of top 10 teams ready to square off, yeah, that one carries a little more weight. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Longhorns will kick it away to start. He'll bring it out. It's Etienne. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess... At the 25, bringing it out of the end zone. Looking for a productive play on first down. Looking for a gap. It's Etienne. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here.
And that would be the definition of first down success, putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
He'll try to do it himself. They bring him down, but not before he gets just enough to move the chain. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Quarterback checking the play. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Coming after him. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes in offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on first down. Back to pass, it's back. Quickly complete. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all offseason long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Throws to the wideout. He's got it, and they convert. Good pickup there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48. The Bulldogs are moving quickly down the field. The sure hands, it's Lovett. At the 35, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback checking off. He'll come out throwing on first down. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. The defense grabs it, and they're going the other way. Nothing but green grass down the middle. Touchdown, Texas! The defense takes matters into their own hands.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
They're just about to kick it off after that scoop and score 6. Fielded in the end zone. It's Etienne. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on first down. Looking to throw, it's Beck. Keeps looking downfield. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Looking to throw on second down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Running it back, it's Bolden. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. First down here for the offense. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Bought a little time, lets it go. He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
You know, quarterbacks cannot stare down receivers, especially when throwing over the middle of the field. You've got to look these safeties off. That was going to be a small window to throw into anyway, but staring at that wide receiver made the safety's job so much easier.
Looking downfield, it's Beck. Unloads to the wideout. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be second down.
In a sudden change situation offensively, that's when you like to take shots. The defense just jogs out on the field. Let's see if we can catch him napping, take a shot. Great job in the back end covering to force the incompletion.
Off the play fake. Starting to feel a little pressure. He fires it out to the right. And he intercepts it. taking it the other way. He's inside the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Longhorns! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
He'll pull it down and run. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Looking for a man. It's Beck. Quickly to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
He's back to throw on second down. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
On third and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Fires into a world of traffic and it's picked off. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Going up top on first down. Pressure coming. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
This should be the last play of the quarter. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
You know, as an offense, when you're trying to complete these tunnel screens, you're going to have to be able to negotiate some of these defenders near the line of scrimmage. They're all looking to swat it away. Good job by the defense there.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the quarterback couldn't withstand the heat, and he will go down as we played 1 quarter.
Texas, 14. Georgia, 0.
Well, look at this. 4th down and 1.5 miles, and the offense is still on the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires left. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
That is a huge play early in this game. We came into this thing wondering just how aggressive this offense wanted to be, and there you go. First half, 4th and long. We're not bringing the punter out on the field. We've got a guy that we think can read the defense and deliver a strike, and we've got playmakers stretching the field vertically. They show you how dangerous they can be on that last 4th down there.
And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Pulls and fires complete to the right. Gives him a little shake, and he's got some room. Off he goes. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
Little touch pass to the receiver. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Takes the handoff. It's Baxter. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the 1st without scoring. He'll try to get it through the air. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Touchdown, Texas! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, and this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
And he made the extra point without problem. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Texas.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Bell. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Power football with the run. Still running at the 40. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on 1st down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Looking for a man, it's Beck. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this is why this team is losing this game. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times, almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
Pulls it in. It's Etienne. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
He'll work his way down to the 28.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
Makes the catch. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
And I tell you what, when you run those little fellas in the slants, they got to win at the line of scrimmage. Right now, they got to make sure those DBs don't get their hands on them so they can create a little bit of space, because they're not as big of a target. Nice job winning right on the line of scrimmage to make the catch.
Back to the air one more time. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now. Obviously, he threw a pick on the last drive. He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air. That's oh-no. That is an oh-no situation. They're lucky that one hit the ground.
It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. Wide out in motion. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Looking downfield, it's Beck. Snags it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Looking for the 2-point try. Fast motion from the offense. They want to throw it. Makes the grab for the 2-point conversion as they cut further into that lead. So it's an 80-yard drive, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Trying to get back in this game with that last score. It's a 13-point game as they're set to kick off. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He's looking to throw it. Quick completion on the out. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. From any spot on the field, they're a threat to get a chunk play, and they just did it. 1st and 10 from the 40. Looking to move it through the air. And the defense gets to the quarterback. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defense.
And the ball is picked off, bringing it back. And it's a fumble after that huge gain. And this fumble bounces out of bounds.
You start to get that offense going and start having success, you've got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go you on the sideline, you in the game.
To the air, it's back. He wants it all. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And just got enough of the football there by the defender, breaking on the football, getting his hand on it. He couldn't bat it down, but he got a fingertip on it, tipped that thing away from the receiver, made the big play, saving the touchdown.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Gets rid of it. He's got him this time. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Really good job when this play went off script, and that's the job of a tight end. Find the soft spot and stay in the quarterback's field of vision.
Yeah, and it's just frustrating to play this kind of style of quarterback. That's always going to extend the play, make it harder on you as a defense. You got to guard longer in the back end, and just did a nice job getting outside the pocket and getting it to the big fella at tight end.
And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They'll try to dial up a better one this time on second and goal from the 5. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it? They'll line up to go for 2. Dropping back, it's back. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Got it again on offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Caught near the sticks. It's golden. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. The Longhorns will hustle to the line. To the air on first down. Quickly complete. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards. Now
on second down. He's looking to throw. Dances away from the heat. They get to him as he throws. And it's picked off for the third time today. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Georgia! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender. Seeing that ball in the end zone, your eyes get big as saucers. Go, jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks. But
unloads it downfield. And he's got it inside the 35. He's loose down the middle. Into the end zone unimpeded, except for that piece of laundry on the field. This might be coming back. Defense was a little anxious there, got caught offside. Penalty will be declined and give him the touchdown. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. The kickoff unit about to go to work. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Line gets set, first down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Wants to throw, it's back. Turns it loose. On target to the left. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Quick strike complete. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. And he'll need to show off some leg strength 58 yards out and trying to bend it in from the right side. Oh, he missed it. No good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
Listen, he's a guy that makes 60-yarders in practice, so they give him that opportunity with this big leg. He misses it. The opponent didn't set up the return, so they're going to get the football back now. A pretty good field position. There's still a few ticks left on the clock. They've got a chance to steal some points here late in the half.
What a job to lay out and make the catch. So that'll do it here in the first half. Stay tuned. Halftime is coming. Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Motion from the offense. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Still on his feet at the 35. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
And you see so many of these plays now in today's football. Wide receiver coming in motion, and the quarterback catches it and just flips it forward. That's a completed pass. You see the big plays where it just lets him get on the edge really, really quickly. And if he drops the football coming in motion, it's just an incomplete pass. So these plays are getting big plays with really no risk.
To the air. It's Ewers. He looks that one in nicely.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on 2nd down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And the Longhorns get it past the sticks.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
From the 22 on 1st and 10. Gets it out fast. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
He's got it and still on his feet. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Firing to the right, complete. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. After getting nothing on the last play, will they try to throw it into the end zone on 3rd down? They'll try to run it in. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. A field goal here would make it a 2-possession game, but they elect to leave the offense on the field on 4th down. Looking to pass. It's Ewers. Fires into the end zone. And it's incomplete. A missed opportunity for the offense.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a high level.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Trying play action. Throws for the tight end. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
And the bigger strike zone, a bigger...
He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
Nice job by the QB. It's third down. It's money down. I'm looking to throw the ball down the field. What's open? My running back. Find him, hit him, let him do the rest. Good job.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. He wants to throw. Got the quick pass. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
That is a really good-looking throw. You think about the expectation level now for quarterbacks at Georgia. Matthew Stafford was the #1 pick overall. Stetson Bennett won 2 national championships. Imagine the pressure on this guy. But when you see throws like that, he makes you believe that he can step up and lead this team to yet another natty.
He's brought down solid. Pick up a little bit short of the first down.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. Not sure exactly what went haywire there, but the timing was just off.
And that's your job as a defense, right? You got to find a way to disrupt the timing and jam wide receivers or get to the quarterback and make him feel uncomfortable, but you can't let that timing be easy and effortless. Nice job by the defense.
They keep attacking through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Lovett. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. And the Dogs have it with a 1st and 10. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Got his man. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. They'll run it from the gun. They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. To the air, it's back. Using his legs to buy some time. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to fight another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down. Now, they missed a field goal on the last drive, but you need to get points here, so they need to pick up some yardage to at least get in range for their kicker. On 3rd down, going up top. That's caught. It's Urasek. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down. It'll bring up a big decision.
You know, the tight end's going to have to do a better job of separating and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football. That time, just couldn't create it, and as a result, as soon as he made the catch, he was brought to the ground, setting up 4th down.
They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Takes a grab enough for the first. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. Georgia heads to the line with a 1st and goal.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Texas 28, Georgia 21.
They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. To the air, it's back. Unleashes to the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Dogs!
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmaker, slip him out the backfield, throw him the football, he'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
Getting set for the point after. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the fourth. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the fourth quarter. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Here comes the Texas offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
And on that third down play, there just wasn't any timing between the quarterback as an intended target. As a result, ball falls incomplete, setting up fourth.
Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads it left. Got it past the marker. And not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to...
Gets away from one. He's got space. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. The Longhorns are flying down the field. They're going to throw it again. Going to try to get it himself.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
To throw, it's Ewers. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. And this offense can just about haste taking the lead in the fourth quarter, but you do want to be careful not to score too quickly. Turning to the running game on first and goal. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. The Longhorns moving quickly to the line. Got it back on second and goal. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. If they can pay off this third and goal with a touchdown, it might be getting a little tough to swallow over there on the other sideline. Slams ahead. Touchdown, Longhorn! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
And I love the physicality of this offense. It's third and goal. It's money time. I've got to be more physical than you. And that's exactly what this offense just did. Put the ball on the ground and put it in the end zone.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. It's Etienne. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
I mean, what a great route on the wide receiver. You talk about leaving everybody in the dust. I mean, he left everybody behind him, runs the corner route, and to be honest, I mean, there is nobody stopping.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Back to pass, it's Beck. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Caught over the middle. It's Lovett. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains for the first down. Georgia comes quickly to the line. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy that slot.
Fires toward the end zone. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. Well, the defense didn't get caught napping there. In this situation, you know they have to stay alert for the deep ball.
So what defense am I going to call? I'm going to keep some DBs back deeper. I'm going to keep my safety a little bit deeper, understanding they're down. They're going to have to attack down the field. I'm going to stick to my passing sets, my nickels.
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Texas!
And linebackers are so athletic nowadays in college football. They can play man on running backs and tight ends and all over the field. And how about the linebacker making the athletic interception and then showing you he could be a running back, taking it all the way back to the house for a touchdown.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6.
Texas.
Coming out with it, and he loses the ball deep in his own end. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Because of the big collisions on kickoff team, you don't see a lot of that in practice. You don't do that because you don't want to get each other hurt. A lot of open field, big collisions, big forced fumble, big momentum play created.
Forced out of the pocket. Finds his big tight end. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They want that clock to run. Dragged down at the 6 after a pickup of 2. We've reached a 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Only able to pick up a yard before he stopped, and now it's 4th and 3. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try to pick up the first. can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
How about that 4th down? I'm going for it because I'm ending this game with my offense on the field, getting the first down, and now Palmer just watching it go tick, tick, tick.
Yep. Listen, it's just imposing your will, right?
Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th.
Texas.
On the move from inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes.
Georgia offense will take over. 1st and 10.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pinning my ears back, getting to the quarterback. I know it's a pass every single time. Palmer, I'm trying to pad my stats. I'm sure you're just trying to stay up.
Well, we're definitely just trying to stay alive at this point, but you're also trying to build confidence, too, for your next opponent.
Gonna take a shot. It's complete. A huge pickup. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Quarterback will audible. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Lovett.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game like this has taken over college football, short to intermediate. So if they can find some of this, it'll help their offense moving forward.
And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down.
And that's good enough for a 1st down.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. That's caught. It's Etienne. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking. And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things.
And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
They're bringing heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
After the misfire, now on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Ewers. Getting some heat. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. And after this play, the cake will be baked. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. It's complete. They're able to make the stop, but this offense running plays and racking up yards all the way to the end as they get the